Would you rather sell a high demand, high competition product or a low demand, low competition product? The basis of this question comes from people having their own product idea, meaning they're really into something. Let's just use fishing as an example because I like fishing. The students who have submitted this has nothing to do with fishing, but they love fishing. They want to start a fishing brand. They have a really cool idea for a product that's related to fishing, whatever it's for fishing. But they're going on Amazon. They're doing Jungle Scout research because they are trying to see the market demand. You know how we talked about in like the market positioning, pricing, those modules, but they're not getting a lot of data. Like not a lot of stuff is showing up. They search for it, can't really find it. That would kind of qualify, at least on Amazon, as a low demand, low competition product. Low demand meaning if you're searching for your product idea and you can't find it, there's low demand for it on Amazon. Because if there was high demand, people would be selling it and buying it versus a high demand, high competition product is, something that there's a bajillion sellers selling it, but everyone is kind of getting a piece of the pie. So like those are like the two models. Now I have students who have done both of these. I've had students who have gone into extremely competitive markets, but there's such high demand that they're able to carve out a very, very specific niche within that market. I think a good example, this has nothing to do with my students who have done this, but good example is probably baby stuff, baby clothing. Baby pajamas is a good example that we could go off for this. So come to Amazon, I type in baby pajamas. I'm loading results. It's still loading here, but like check out these sales. Like we're talking off the charts. Like if I'm just looking at like units, monthly and daily sales units sold. Like these numbers are insane. Hundreds of thousands of dollars per SKU every single month for baby pajamas. And look how many there are. Like I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and still we're just seeing thousands of units a month, hundreds of units per day for the keyword baby pajamas. So this is an example of super high demand, really high competition. I mean, they're giving us a score of a 4, which high demand, high competition. I don't need you to show me the score to know that. Like you can just like look at the reviews, at the listings, at how many people are selling. It's a high demand, high competition product. However, that doesn't always necessarily mean I absolutely should stay away from baby pajamas. Friend of mine, not really a student like this type of student like us in our coaching program. Friend of mine who we've consulted with, I went out to lunch with him and shared some ideas and insights. He is launching a baby pajama company literally next week. Great product. Seen his product, great quality. He's entering an extremely competitive niche, which they understand. I mean, we kind of made that clear. But if you can carve out your niche within the big, broad world of baby pajamas, then you can find success. Yeah, you might not sell 16,000 a month. I mean, you could get there eventually, obviously, but like you don't need to do that. You need to sell 10 a day. Get up to 10 a day, 5 a day even, then release a different design, 5 a day, release a different design, five a day, 5 a day, 5 a day, 5 a day. You just keep adding up those 5 to 10 a days. Pretty soon you're selling 100 a day. Pretty soon you're making some really good money. Now you carve out your niche by finding like a very specific product offer within the category. So if we're thinking about baby pajamas, how many different types of materials are there? You've got cotton polyester blends. They've got different types of cotton. They've got that bamboo cotton, muslin. I guess muslin is more like for swaddles, but you can differentiate. You can carve out in that specific way. Say, I am bamboo cotton only, or I only do buttons instead of a zipper. I mean, you can kind of just scroll here and just look at the differences, or say, I only sell tops and bottoms separate. Like I don't sell the whole like zipper thing. Or I sell a gown. Like there's so many little ways you can differentiate and carve out a very specific niche or the type of designs. Like maybe you're a very, very different type of design than what's traditionally out there. As long as you really think about that, even in a high demand, high competition category, and you really focus in on who is your ideal customer, what is your unique selling offer, you can find success and find a way to squeeze your way into the market and still get sales. Now on the flip side, that was kind of an example. I guess this is kind of example of friends, students who have done the high competition, high demand model and found success. On the other side, I have students and people who have done the low competition, low demand model and found success. That would be coming here, typing in a keyword. I mean, I can't really think of something off the top of my head that I like know doesn't exist here, I guess. But you type in what you're trying to sell and nothing comes up, or like what's coming up is not related to what you're trying to sell. At that point, what I would do is I would do a lot of research off of Amazon, because that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad idea. Because if you're a first mover, that can be huge. Like if you're one of the first in that, maybe it's a new idea that's coming out, a new type of technology or product that's coming to market. So if you're one of the first, that can give you a huge advantage to grow quickly, get up your reviews, protect your brand, so that when everyone else comes in, you're already kind of established. It's kind of like Hydro Flask model. They're one of the first ones. They built up their brand super huge. Everyone knows them, household name. So now when all the lower priced competitors come in, Hydro Flask still makes a ton of money. But doing your research off of Amazon would involve like Google Trends. So you're searching Google Trends, looking at keyword data. You're just searching Google, period. Like search Google for the product. What comes up? What websites come up? Are people selling it outside of Amazon? Go to Etsy. I have a student of mine who is in this model where the product that they're creating and selling isn't found on Amazon. Like we literally cannot find it when we search for it, but very prevalent on Etsy, and it's very expensive on Etsy because everyone's hand making this thing. Well, they found someone who can mass produce it at better quality than the handmade stuff, and they can, sell it at scale on Amazon. The reason why a lot of these handmade people can't sell on Amazon is because they're hand making it. So like if you're hand making stuff, you have to charge a ton to get your, pay for your time. And it's kind of hard to hand make a bunch of stuff and sell it to Amazon because one, it takes a lot of time. Two, what if it doesn't sell? Like it's more made to order. That's kind of Etsy model. But yeah, they did a ton of research about it. It's a growing industry, growing product idea, and they're about to launch that product here in about 2 weeks. So I'm not against the product ideas that are not found on Amazon, but I would just say make sure that if it's not on Amazon, make sure that there's really, really high demand off of I shouldn't say really, really high demand, but make sure there is sufficient demand off of Amazon. That would maybe justify it. You're probably going to have to put in some serious legwork marketing off of Amazon if that's the case. So going back to these students who are in this situation, their launch strategy is quite a bit different than baby pajamas. If I'm doing baby pajamas, my launch strategy is pushing Amazon pay-per-click really hard. So I'm going to be running my pay-per-click ads. I know people are searching for baby pajamas, so I'm really honing in on those long tail keywords specific to my product offer. I don't really need, I mean, I will spend money, pushing my products out on Instagram to influencers and things, but my main focus is definitely within Amazon's platform itself. Now, for this type of product that's not found on Amazon, we have to push very hard off of Amazon. So we're lining up a bunch of influencers, getting product out there to people so they can post about it on Instagram to direct people over to Amazon. As soon as you start to get some word of mouth marketing outside of Amazon with your product, it really starts to snowball. I was just looking at our Amazon pay-per-click last night, actually, and the first 3 months of our existence with Remy and Rue, we maybe got 100 searches for the word Remy and Rue, or impressions. I should probably speak in terms of impressions on Amazon ads. And I checked last night, and it was absolutely insane how many impressions we're getting for the keyword Remy and Rue. So people are searching Remy and Rue dog bandanas, Remy and Rue like crazy. I'm just gonna see if I can pull one up for you guys just to show you how powerful branding really is. This is one of our campaigns for one of our products. This is me going into our search term data, meaning this is what people are searching for on Amazon, the exact keyword. I sorted by orders. So what keyword searches for this specific, this is just one campaign of one SKU. What are people searching that's getting me the most sales? Check this. Remy plus Rue, Remy and Rue, Remy and Rue dog bandanas, Remy and Rue. The top 4 for the most orders in the last 65 days are all branded keywords. Check the impressions. We're looking at almost 100,000 impressions, almost, what is that? Close to 2,000 clicks for people typing in our branded name. Now, I'm not trying to like brag or anything, but like check out the profitability of these campaigns. ACOS 7, 6, 5, 8. Like we're making a great profit off of branded searches. Hundreds of thousands of every month. This is one campaign, like I said. Now you think about you have multiple SKUs, multiple people doing that, or multiple people searching your brand name. Extremely, extremely valuable. So when you think about, I mean, this is me just like preaching branding, going back to it. When you think about all those products on Amazon that you're searching when you're doing the research and you see like the brand name is like, let's do dog bandanas. It's like Zen Pow. It's like some random brand name. And you're like, what on earth is that? We're like, check this. TC Boy Ying. What on earth is that brand name? Like, even a lot like Goff, like, yeah, okay, they're branding, but they're not really branding. Refu Star. Like, yeah, they have a brand name. Kong Queen. This one looks pretty branded. Sam and Nala, their listing, I think, could have some improvement. Like look at what are these brand names? What on earth? You can tell like these are straight from China. They people who are buying this, like people who are buying this are not going to Amazon and typing in Lamphy face dog bandanas. I like truly believe that they're not doing that. Um, so when you actually just take a little bit extra effort, you focus on your brand so that people come to Amazon and type in your brand name, you are going to blow the competition out of the water. Push your low competition, low demand products off of Amazon really hard. Use influencers, use YouTubers, go on podcasts, use Twitter, Pinterest. I don't care what it is, but use that so that you can start to build up some brand recognition. Get people over to Amazon typing for your keyword, which is just going to, help you establish your brand, help you get more sales. Now, it obviously could be a lot slower for you in the beginning because the demand is so low. So you just have to understand your expectations. Like if you're going to sell a low demand, low competition product on Amazon, just understand you may not sell $100,000 every month right off the bat. Now, 2-3 years down the road, when you're building your brand, you very well could be selling that much with an insanely good profit margin because you're the only one selling it, or at least you're the first brand. So there's benefits to both those strategies there.